Hey guys, what's going on? It's Karl here, back with another episode. Second one of this mini little unboxing spree that I'm going on. First one, of course, 13-inch MacBook Pro. Second one, naturally, the 15-incher. This has been my awaited device for the past 4 years. I've got my old school MacBook Pro here, which I got 2012. I've honestly waited for this thing for maybe the past year and a half. My guy is dying, looking for an upgrade. I am pretty pumped, pretty stoked. Let's go. Okay, so according to this guy, 15.4 inches, 2880 by 1800, same resolution on the display, but it is naturally brighter. 2.6 quad-core Intel i7 turbo boosted up to 3.5 gigahertz, 16 gigs of RAM, 256 of SSD, a Radeon Pro 450 with 2 gigs for the video card, Intel HD Graphics 530, this time around 4 Thunderbolt ports, USB-C type, compared to the base model 13-inch, which only has 2, which is kind of unfortunate. Right off the bat, oh my goodness, this is way lighter than my older 2012 MacBook Pro. This thing is almost like a featherweight. I guess I won't get a workout or work out my traps when I carry this thing in my backpack, but that's kind of what I can tell right off the bat. Okay, so let's boot this puppy up and let that load. We're gonna quickly talk about what I think the biggest issue on the MacBook Pros is, which of course is the port situation. So being a pro user creating a ton of content, I usually use SD cards, filming with a camera straight to my MacBook. I can simply slide that little guy in, and that's really all I need. All I really need is this guy. I've used HDMI before to connect to an external monitor or my TV, and I could personally live without all the other ports. I would have loved to see on the 15-inch model, because I think that's really tuned towards pro users with a dedicated graphics card, to have the option. Give us the option of having more ports. Fully spec'd out, you're paying close to $3,000 for a laptop, which I think is just nuts. This base model, $2,400, still isn't a slouch, still won't save too much money in your pocket as it is extremely pricey. Apple, give us that option, please. Anyways, there goes my little rant. I will leave the accessory, which I'll be using, linked down below in the description. I guess I'll just have to live with it, just like everyone else out there. All right, now that this guy is fully booted up, the main differences which I see internally, the screen, same resolution, but it is way brighter, way more vibrant. Obviously, I prefer this. Switching on over to the trackpad, and I've used this now both on the 13-inch model and on the 15-inch model. Is it a gimmick? I honestly don't think so. Is it worth the money? That's definitely a different question. When I've been browsing the net, even though it's Safari, super intuitive to find your favorites, search for a website, maps, beautiful UI, even though I do use Google Maps personally, I think it's super handy using something like Final Cut or even iMovie, and even an iMessage. Gotta love that emoji bar, and I know people will talk about that one for days. I see its use, I honestly do. Speakers, once again, best in class, better sounding than the 13-inch as it is naturally larger. Switching to the trackpad, it is huge, massive, and I personally love that. It's great for using gestures, which I use all the time. And lastly, the keyboard, I am not completely sold or in love with the butterfly switches. I personally still prefer the chiclet style keyboards on the older MacBook Pro, but once again, as I use this more and more as my daily device, I'm sure I'll get used to it, and that's just something that I'll have to live with. If you grab a 2015 model, you'll have all of the options of all of the ports. Very similar in terms of processing power. This does have the new Skylake chip, which makes it more efficient, but that's really a toss-up. I am definitely a guilty soul trying to get the latest and greatest. If you check out, though, the Apple refurbished store, I'm sure they've got some killer deals on some older models. You'll just have to live with an older style body. And this thing does look very sleek, very sexy. I cannot lie about that. I think Apple might be the only company that can get away with pricing a laptop over $3,000, but then again, it does everything that I need it to. Personally using Final Cut, that is the only option that I have, and I'm upgrading. And I'll let you guys know what I think of this as I use this more and more as my daily device, so make sure you stay posted for the full review, and I'll catch the rest of you in either one of my next episodes or in one of my vlogs. Peace.